So welcome everyone. So welcome to the placement interview 2020-2023. So we have with us Subhasmita Di. So hello Di.
Hello. So I am Subhasmita Rout. I was doing BTech in electrical engineering from 2018 to 2022. Right now I am working as a formal verification engineer at Intel Corporation. Before that I was offered a job at Deloitte as a business technology analyst. So that's it about me.
So without further ado, Di, I would ask my first question that everyone is waiting for. So Di, when should one start preparing for the interviews?
If you really want to crack it hard, then the right time I would say is somewhere before 6 months to 8 months. Like a person always need practice to make it work, right? So if you're into coding, then I think 1 year is a good place. But if you're into hardware placements or like technology analyst placements, then 6 months. Like I guess your placement season starts during August, right?
Yes.
So if you prepare from January, then that will really handle you a good placement.
So Di, while you were preparing yourself for the interview, so you must have had some resources and you tried to find out some resources.
Right.
So what would you recommend for coming batches?
So my job role is hardware based. So based on that, my platforms were completely different from the software, which includes generally lead code and HackerRank. But coming to me, as I achieved the formal verification job role, so I was doing courses in NPTEL, or you can also prefer YouTube courses. There are courses on formal verification, optimization techniques, which Santosh Biswas sir generally teaches. So for guidance, you can also reach out to Santosh sir. He offers courses like CAD for VLSI. During my year, he also offered one course on formal verification itself, which I don't think now it is offered. So you can always prefer NPTEL or YouTube for preparation for hardware jobs.
And I guess you were also part of off-campus placements also.
Yes. So I received this offer of Intel by off-campus only. So the recruitment was done in LinkedIn, and I applied through that, and I got.
And like, what were the contributions of your projects that helped you in the basically generating a good resume and interviews?
See, projects are really helpful because if you crack first 2 rounds, in the third round, even if it is software or it is hardware, they will obviously ask you from your projects. They basically try to see like what contribution you give in the project, so that likewise you will give the contribution to the company, right?
Okay.
So I was in electrical engineering, and my projects were mostly course-based electrical projects, and my job domain is also hardware. So they saw that I know about circuits, the RTL logics, and whether it will help them in the company or not. So they asked me what was my contribution in the project and how it helped the whole project go forward.
And aside from the technical part of the interview, you were asked also some non-technical stuff, right?
Yes.
So like, what they actually prefer to ask in that?
So in non-technical stuffs, mostly during the HR rounds, they try to see what are your future aspirations, because like if you're joining their company, they'll make sure that you stay in their company for a while, and they want to see like how motivated you are. So they ask you stuff like where do you see yourself in 5 years, what contribution you can give to the company, why should we select you, and like what qualities do you have. So these are some non-technical stuff that they ask, which you should answer confidently if you want to have the job.
And like what strategies did you choose to appear in your interview? Like this is my strong point and I would target that with this.
See, what happens in interview is that the interviewer never comes prepared with a set of questions. Okay, he will ask you one question, he will see what you answer, and based on the keywords he will ask you the next question.
Yes.
This way the interviewer drives the interview. So if you want to drive the interview your way, you need to say the things in which you are confident. Like suppose you are doing based on some logic, so you need to say that I know this, so that the next question he asks will be based on something that you know, right? So in that case you can drive the interview. So this is the preparation is a different thing. You must be well prepared, but to have a good interview you need to know that I need to answer things that I know about.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what guidance or what advice would you give to the coming batches for their placements? That would, this is a key point you must remember.
See, first advice is prepare well, don't waste your time. CGPA is important, but like the main coding thing or hardware thing, whatever, do just prepare well for your interview. And second thing that I would like to say is, even if you are like while the interview, even if you think that no, I can't do this or I don't know the answer to this, just don't remain silent. Okay, try to just say the interviewer that I'm thinking this or I'm trying to move like this. They will help you out. They will never want that the student goes away. They will give you some point, they will give you some hint, and they will only want that you go forward with your solution. So just try to maintain a conversation contact with the interviewer. That is really important.
I guess that would be needing a lot by the upcoming seniors. So thanks Dee, thanks for the insightful interview, and hope it helps to the coming interviews.